Forests make many direct contributions to development, and an easy way to talk about it is in the context of the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, the world community agreed on 17 Sustainable Development Goals in 2015. And it's fair to say that tropical forests make significant contributions to more than half of those. Just to give you a few examples, one of the goals is about reducing poverty and reducing hunger. Well, because forests, when they're standing, deliver ecosystem services that maintain agricultural productivity, forests contribute to reducing hunger and poverty.
Like what?
Well, for example, forests help regulate the hydrological cycle. Recent research shows that not only do they affect the microclimate around agricultural fields and provide such things as pollination services from the bats and birds and bees that live in forests, but they even help generate rain at continental and even transcontinental scales, so critical for maintaining agricultural production.
So we need to kind of get beyond this idea of, people living in and around forests, picking berries and, plants and things like that. It's much, much greater than that in terms of the food benefits.
Well, that's right. There was a major study published a couple of years ago that actually went into, 8,000 households and interviewed communities in and around forests about how much of their income comes from wild products. And the big average number was that in communities in and around forests, about 21% of their income comes from gathering wild products from the forest. And so that includes the timber and the firewood, but also the wild fruits, the bushmeat, the articles for handicrafts and other sources of livelihood.
Okay, so that's food. What else? What are the other kind of SDGs that we think that forests, or we're sure that forests can help achieve?
Well, another one is health. I think most people are familiar with the fact that a lot of medicinal plants and pharmaceutical compounds come from the forest. And currently, many poor communities around the world still have as their first recourse when someone falls ill, gathering a medicinal substance from the forest as a first line of treatment. But also, forests play an important role in generating and cleansing water and making it available for drinking water and for sanitation, and that's an important control on disease. A third one that I would highlight is the Sustainable Development Goal related to energy, because it turns out that all those hydroelectric dams that produce clean energy require forested watersheds to generate the water that fills up the reservoirs behind the hydroelectric dams.
And this isn't immediately intuitive, actually, is it?
No, and it's often invisible. Forest services are taken for granted until they're missing. And as one of the chapters in our book details, they're sort of systematically excluded from the kind of economic accounts taking and analysis that currently underpin development planning, because so few of forest goods and services are marketed and are just simply not counted when a decision is being made to convert forests to other uses.